congratulations to everybody, guys. You know, we are in reality, people are losing their jobs, guys. They are losing their jobs left, right, and center. It is painful. It is painful. My former company, British American Tobacco, that is my former employer. I mean, by the end of this year, they have to say goodbye to 1,500 jobs. And it's more than that because the big factory, it is in Heidelberg. So that's the big factory in Heidelberg. It's going to shut down after 50 years of operation. Imagine that. And they've got in Jamestown, I believe, they've got a big warehouse in Jamestown, and of course in Pretoria as well. I forgot the site, what they call it in the industry. There in Pretoria, there is another big warehouse over there. And these obviously the Heidelberg was supplying to those ones, and they've got a branch in Mirabeg, they've got all over, you know. And now the painful thing is that a lot of those people in those warehouses, they'll lose their jobs because now they'll import their stock. Excuse me, they'll import their stock, and the numbers won't be that much as well. So you could look at it, think about it. How many people will lose their jobs? And how many other companies are suffering? Look at it. We've got people now in South Africa that are producing alcohol in their own homes, illicit as well. So that's not, you know, and then it will make people get sick. And also the market, South Africa keeps on losing the market. They keep on losing trust in terms of investors. So now look at this opportunity. We're inviting you to come here and you know what, let's roll together, let's have fun together, and let's obviously recover together. What I can tell you about this opportunity, it is a recovery system whereby you can now recover what you have spent. Maybe let's get down to it. Let's explain to it. How does it work? How do you spend something and recover the total amount? How does it work? How does that happen? How is that magical? How do you go and buy a car and buy a house and buy a hotel? How do you go and buy a farm and recover the entire amount? This is where we preserve and enhance your wealth with gold. Welcome to it. This is Quantum Metal, of course, South Africa. And of course, soon it's going to be WDG. So that is obviously World Digital Gold in that space. And of course, rebranding in that route. Now, Tatulin Konsum, still a founder, executive chairman, and vast experience since 2000, year 2000. Even in South Africa, at some point, he had a company in Johannesburg, and it was doing very, very well. So this is where we transform your currency into gold to obviously flee from currency inflation. So that is fiat currency inflation. So make sure that you partner with us and make sure that obviously we erase all the past and we work together. So Quantum Metal or World Digital Gold, this is obviously the company registration, as you can see. And of course, it started in July 30, 2012. So that is where the operation started. And of course, in Malaysia, the largest gold bar distributors in Malaysia, of course, and this is where they distribute 99.99% of LBMA. Of course, this company represent London and gold products to the Malaysian market, including government agencies, banks, financial institutions, merchants, and also individual distributors. So you can check all of these online. You will get the confirmation 100%. Now, very important, ladies and gentlemen, please confirm if you can hear me by typing 555 on the chat. I would really appreciate it. And of course, initiated the links between local banks and also international bullion suppliers, including Mint. Now, like we repeated, thank you, Mfekiseni, my great sir, Mr. Koza there. And of course, including buying gold, it is an exchange of currency. So gold is a currency on its own. So therefore, you cannot use any currency to buy any currency. So therefore, and thank you for that, and thank you for joining us, my great leadership. Hopefully, things are slowing down now. and you are able to maneuver around. But otherwise, we need our schools, our kids registered. So you're still doing a great job over there. So thank you so much. We appreciate it very, very, very much. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is crucial and it is vast. It is very important, obviously, to be in that space and to understand exactly what's happening here. So very importantly, if I put it to you now to say, you know what, as we move, as we jump forward and we talk about this is where Peppermint Australia Gold Bar, if you look at the confirmation of just what I spoke about in terms of the Peppermint Australia, and this obviously dated back 26 February 2018. If you look at it, official letter to certify that quantum metal, and you can finish up the rating there. Peppermint distribution authorization letter, as you can see, it's signed there by a company group manager and all the productions over there. So you can go look into it as well. You shall find this confirmation. Guys, why gold? Why are we talking about gold? Simple terms, precious metal and limited natural resources. This is the currency from God himself. This is the currency from the Almighty himself. And this is the currency that was presented. And of course, why not be part of it? It's used as money for exchange and represent wealth. Those that love wealth, those that are wealthy, of course, they've got gold. Now, of course, it doesn't expire at all. And in some countries, it can be tax-free advantage. And you can protect your whatever currency or fiat currency, it doesn't matter. You can protect those currencies with gold and then engage in fiat, engage in crypto, however way you wish. Now, of course, we talk about portfolio diversification with negative, of course, all the things that are happening around the world, not staying with one job, making sure that you've got a side hustle, whatever that you're pushing aside, doing other things, but making sure that obviously you diversify correctly. So, and you've got the protector itself as gold, where you can protect your funds, where you can protect your risk takers, your risk movement, and whatever that you desire in life. Ladies and gentlemen, what if I can share to you that you can have gold digitalized? You can have fractional ownership of gold. What if I can share that? And you can have that 24/7. You can enjoy that borderless across the world. Of course, often not converted into physical gold in some countries. Transferability across members. Now, flexibility as well. Now, we talk about liquidity that is provided by the company itself. What if I can share that to you? What would you say? Would you say yes today? Would you say yes tonight? Let's talk about the product itself. Quantum Metal provides, what do they provide? They provide the economic recovery solution, whereby you can purchase whatever you wish today and recover over a couple of years. Sometimes it can be 6 months, it can be 3 months, it can be a year, it can be 2 years, it doesn't matter. You can recover and surpass it, sitting on a surplus, which is very, very important, which is very, very exciting. So let's talk about gold storage account, a very, very important one. It comes for free. You register for free. So this is the gold storage account that you have. You are presented with. It's a gift. And of course, what does it do? What does it operate? This is where you can transform your currency into gold. It could be cryptocurrency, as we are talking about now, USDT, to gold. And you can buy gold using USDT TRC20. You can sell gold, receiving it in your wallet, be it Binance, be it any other cryptocurrency wallet that you understand or exchange. Transfer gold within members if you wish to. And of course, you can buy as low as, let's say, 1,000 rands. As low as 1,000 rands or $50. So plus or minus 1,000 rands, that will be $50. So I'll put it to you like exactly this, from $50. $50, it is a plus or minus 1,000 rands. So ladies and gentlemen, now that you've got your gold storage account, you can now do your magic in terms of the recovery solution. Now, this is where we talk about GC, gold converter. Now, the gold converter, this is where it operates like this, whereby you can preserve your wealth by making sure that you can maybe use your salary at some point. You can maybe use whatever that money you want to go stock with, whatever the stokvel money, whatever the case might be. By doing what? By purchasing gold, request 85% and go on and spend wherever you want to spend. How does it work? Simple. If you're a person that you are doing stokvel on a monthly basis with your team, you are like, okay, we are doing this stokvel maybe to buy groceries by the end of the year, maybe to buy houses by the end of the year, maybe to help each other grow businesses, whatever the case, to help each other school fees. Some others, they're doing it for their birthdays. So what do? You collect every month this money, you purchase gold. You collect every month, you purchase gold. So what you do, you don't request that 85% as a way go from there. Now you don't rush because this is a stokvel. You guys gonna do whatever distributions by the end of the year. So you do this consistently, so no issues. And by the time you get to October, you get to November, and you get to October, you start now doing your claims 85%. Or you do it in November, 85%. And you receive your entire 85% there, and you go and distribute. It's going to be nice because it's no longer going to be the same amount. Now it would have went up massively because each and every time gold increases in that particular month or days, whatever the case might be, your stokvel benefits like crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come back here. You now get your 85% in less than 5 working days. And of course, you can obviously get it gold holding to cash, whereby it's going to be on your USDC, and you can exchange it, take it to a bank account, however you wish. And of course, calculations are there as well provided. So it is very important. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make an example. So you have your gold storage account and you converted it to GC. Of course, that is gold converter. And let's assume that you have 1 gram of gold, so it's sitting on $60, and you're looking at gold storage account value sitting at $10 there, estimated at 0.17 in terms of grams, and transform into gold. Now you are holding gold. Now, what you wish is to request that 85% by pressing a button, and you've got your gold converter, 85% cash to you, and of course, that is 8.50 or 8.5 USD. Now estimated at 0.14 grams, and you can spend it wherever you wish. So it's up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. Now, the minimum to start or to begin with, it is $50, like I said, plus or minus 1,000 Rand. And payment via any exchange, crypto exchange. Any crypto exchange, as long as it supports USDT TRC20, you can go for it, no issues. So welcome to it, and I hope it benefits you 100%. So this is the minimum, and you can go bigger as you wish and more. It's up to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a little bit of smart spending, smart saving examples. Now, when you look at it, we're going to talk about the GEMA, which is the gold storage account, and the GC. Now, this is where we talk about the slogan when we say cash is king, cash to gold and to cash. Beautiful. Maybe I'm a rapper now, I can rhyme. Now, cash, in terms of ZAR, we talk about 10,000, which you can convert, 10,000 Rands, by the way, which you can convert to gold. Now, via USDT purchasing and all those things, and request cash back, which is 85%. Now, what happens? Let's talk about monthly commitment. The monthly commitment is 8,500. You commit 10,000 Rands. Now convert to gold, 85% request of 10,000 Rands. Now you get cash, which is 8,500 from, of course, your GCA. Now to pay your utility bills and so forth and so forth. Now make sure when you do the transaction, you add a little bit of fees for obviously of petrol and everything. Now let's look at the person that is here for the first time. They never knew that this exists. So the person will be sitting here, let's say on A. Now, what's happening on A? You've got a very, very disciplined person, member of society that says, you know what, I'm going to save everything I receive from my salary. And now when I save, but I have to pay my expenses. Commitment 8,500 every month. And they save 1,500. Same is 10,000. And they do this for 12 months. Now they would have obviously spent on their commitments 102,000. Now, of course, they know nothing about gold. And those that even knows about gold, but obviously they're ignorant, sitting on the same 0 gram of gold. And of course, at least you've got 18,000 that you can spend on your holiday. And those are savings for Christians. But let's look at the other side when you've got gold. Let's say now, for argument's sake, you are sitting on a monthly basis, you're spending the same amount of money, 8,500. Now you've spent 102,000. And now the total purchases, it's sitting at 120,000. So that means to say each and every time gold increases, it increased on 120,000 account. Different transactions, of course, but altogether, overall, it's 120,000. Now that's why the increase happens. And now you've got 96 grams of gold. Now, you can say 96 grams of gold multiplied by, for argument's sake, let's just say $60, just for argument's sake. I know it's above that, but let's just say $60. But you can check the value of gold now. Last time I checked was 70 something, but let's just $60 now. So you've got 96, let's say maybe 96, yes, 96 multiplied by, let's say 50, $60, $60. Just get my computer, my calculator on basic. 96 grams of gold is 96, is 96 multiplied by $60 there. And what is it? You see, so you've got this amount of money, and which is $5,760. Now, how much is that in rands? That is 94,000, and that is 94,000 so and so. So that's a lot of money. But obviously, this calculation is not accurate because there would have been a lot of things that are happening around that account, and there should have been a lot of growth that is happening on a monthly basis. There would have a lot of actions that takes place whenever gold increases, and a new benefit as large like so. So obviously, these calculations are not accurate as it is, but it's just to give you an idea of understanding exactly where we are and what's happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it in terms of Quantum Metal Bullion Exchange Board. And of course, if you say yes, you are part of the team, and you can see support here email. There's another one email that we are using. Or when you are part of our groups, we will share it. And this is the address of the company on the right-hand side there, as you can see. Now, very important, ladies and gentlemen, now let's talk about the benefits of this opportunity. Now, members have a privilege of a free gold storage account, like I said, and members can preserve their wealth by transforming their currency into the bullion. And of course, exclusive access to education by obviously QMCU. And of course, you've got obviously members taking advantage of other products as well, and members entitled to fractional ownership of gold, precious metal as little as $50, and by purchasing via USDT, by using any exchange of your choice, and members are allowed through gold converter account, GC, to convert up to 85% of gold back to cash as they wish, and members, they've got support 100% there to be taken care of. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about sharing the opportunity now. Sharing gold, being paid in gold. Now, this is what you're going to enjoy. If you want to be paid in gold, you have to become an introducer as soon as possible. Now, to become an introducer as soon as possible, that is a self-purchase of $1,200, which is plus or minus 20,000. Once you've got this, you're an introducer. And of course, as an introducer, now you're eligible to be sitting on a beautiful, 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 that is 0.5%. That's what you're going to be receiving on a daily basis. And you look at it again as an introducer, and that is obviously level 1 only. That's where we talk about on level 1 only. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to talk about now from introducer to a dealer consultant. Now, as a dealer consultant, you need 5 introducers in your team. And of course, plus 20 new direct customers and also group sales volume of GC or GSA and GC, which is converter account of, let's say, 300,000 in rands, that is $16,500 in dollars. Now, as a dealer, that is 2%, of course, and up to 1.5%, 2 levels deeper. That's where you are. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue as a dealer, from dealer to dealer developer. Now, this is 5 directs in terms of dealers. 5 directs in terms of dealers. And the total sales volume from your team is $82,500, which is 1.5 million in rands. Now, you do this, you become a dealer developer, DD, and 2%, of course, up to 1.5%, that is up to level 3. That's where your earnings are happening. Now, it doesn't end there. You now become from dealer developer to now merchant consultant. Now, you need 5 dealer developers plus 25 dealers. Now, total sales volume sitting at $830,000, 15 million. Now, very importantly, as a merchant, you are sitting at 3.5% up to 3% infinity level. That's the beauty of it. Now, reward structure, you are looking at, now we're talking about from merchant to merchant developer. Merchant developer, we are talking now you sitting at 3.5% up to 3% infinity level. Senior merchant, 4.5% up to 4% infinity level. That's the beauty of it, ladies and gentlemen. And those are the rewarding structure. Congratulations to introducers. As you can see, awesome, awesome, awesome people, killing it, crazy. There's so many, and you're going to still see more as we move forward. And of course, we can't we celebrate them all at once, but of course, new ones, the old ones will give away to new ones. Old ones will give away to old ones, as beautiful as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to dealer consultants as well. You've got Tim Lu over there, you've got William P there over there, you've got Sis Precious Mohale over there, and you've got, of course, Budzamo with them Tetra, you've got Sis Malisidi Mloja there, you've got Putlunga Russia over there, you've got Sisi Sibongile Zuma over there, of course, Karandanda's sister there, Andile Mapuga, and of course, you've got also a brother in Christ, that is Mr. Elias Mashabela there, which is the bishop himself. And of course, you've got awesome congratulations to put Leon Daniels over there, and you've got to see Spindile Damini, and you've got to see BR there, Rubu, and of course, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, you've got leadership Daphne Malizo Le, and of course, Maliwa, there, the forever consistent leader over there. We call her Miss QM, and we've got leadership Rachel over there, the rich girl, and of course, you've got Mohati over there, and of course, Matimela, the big brother over there, and of course, we've got the king himself, it's Elvis, and that is the king in Rustenburg and surrounding places. over there. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a beautiful strategy that we utilize, and allow me to share it as quickly as possible. Now, this is what we call a 150,000 strategy. How it works is you can have a different strategy. It can be 150 to you. We talk about rents now. It can be 150 to you. It can be a lot to you. It's up to you. It can be a lot to you. It depends on you, and you can see how it works. But it could be 5,000. It could be, and so forth. So that's fine. So now, number one, this is where you save 150, but you should have dedicated, let's say, as little as 1,000 rands. So once you dedicate that 1,000 rands, and that 1,000 rands now, you just have to have that, say, 150. Once you have 150, then you can add with this 1,000 with the 850, and you can purchase gold again. So you can purchase gold like that and like that. You're gonna be fine. So let's start with it. So now you've got gold with 1,000 rands, and of course capital is 1,000 rands. And now when you look at it, you can buy GSA with exactly that is 1,000 rands, and you request GCA, which is of course cash, that is 850, and back to you via USDT, and you are forced to save that is exactly 150 back to you in your obviously account. Now, very importantly, this will be you as you started over there, and of course now level one, you are now growing. You are sitting with 1,000 people, and of course they all come with 1,000 rands, and of course that in total it is 100,000. Now look at the magic, and the commission now from 100,000 to 0.5%, and of course you are sitting at 500 rands as you look at it. Of course you can say this is small amount of money, and you can leave it like that, but obviously it's gonna be awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, very, 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 very importantly, let's do this. And now you can obviously talk about level two. Just a second there. Level two, it's going to be a strategy whereby we're talking about the same strategy. And of course, now we are looking at you as a dealer over there. And now we are dealer level one. Now we talk about 100 people, and 100 people you upgrade as an introducer. And of course, you buy gold, and of course, that GC. And of course, you're looking at $1,200 there. Now, the commission, if you look at it now, it's sitting at 1,200 times 100 times 0.5%. And of course, that is $600. Now, sitting at 11,000 rands. Now, as you continue to level two, you're looking at 100 gets 100 to apply the same strategy. And you talk about 1,000, 100, and by 1,000, you talk about 10 million now. Now, that 10 million multiplied by 1.5%, you're looking at 150,000 a month. And of course, that is just a minimum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, level three, this is you again. As you look at it now, let's talk about you as a dealer developer. Level one, you've got 100 introducers. Now, obviously, they upgraded to 100 dealers. Now, you're looking at level two, that is 10,000 members, and 10,000 members upgrade into introducers, and they buy gold storage, a gold converter account, and of course for maybe 1,200 in dollars each, that plus or minus 20,000. And of course, now you are looking at rewards, that is 10,000 multiplied by 1,200 in dollars, and of course you are sitting at 0.45%, and that is $54,000, which translates to 992,257 rands. Big rewards, big passive income, and for the go-getters. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the noise over there. And of course, we had a beautiful, beautiful gala dinner, which was awesome. This was 2023. This was 2023. And it was awesome. As you can see, the big man himself, Mr. Mahlalela, over there, and Pendulo over there. And you've got Pastor, by the way. We've got so much pastors who are blessed here, and you've got the founder himself there, and obviously our master in support, Jeff, over there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people attended this beautiful, beautiful gala dinner, and it was awesome. People were beautiful. It was massive. and it was fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, now we had the end of year function 2024, November. If you look at it in Durban and look at the beautiful faces, gold and black, all the way. All the way. So that was beautiful. Others, I met them for the first time, and then we met again and again and again, which was fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, this was awesome. This was beautiful, and this was amazing. And we went into the sea. We went into the sea and had some fun in the sea. So it was beautiful. It was fun, and it was excellent, by the way, and with beautiful people all around across QM. Ladies and gentlemen, we had obviously a road show and last year, and it was beautiful. Limpopo was amazing, as you can see. Limpopo was very, very amazing, as you can see. This gentleman, that's where now I think this gentleman is a dealer. Yeah, is a dealer now. So this is where all it happened, and attending it's very, very important. And of course, obviously, we've got other gentlemen, beautiful leaders over there, which is fantastic. So welcome to Cape Town as well. Said yes, and it was beautiful. Introduced us into bucket full of gold, which is very, very beautiful. As you can see, leadership Aisha there struggling, trying to hold it, like trying to hold it there. And of course, so it is very, very beautiful. Thanks to the gym, I managed to hold it like it was nobody's business. Ladies and gentlemen, it was awesome. And of course, we had to go to Johannesburg, which was very, very awesome as well. As you can see, beautiful people receiving t-shirts and of course, and all of that. And we had to go to Northwest, I believe, Rustenburg, and it was beautiful as well. Beautiful people receiving of his t-shirts and some fruits over there. It was very, very nice. It was very, very nice. Thank you. And Devin as well was fantastic as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the session. Thank you for being here. Thank you for deciding to join the movement. And let's rock and roll now. There's nothing that can stop us. We are moving forward like crazy, now. All you gotta do is to get a link and sign up from the person that has invited you. You'll receive a free cold storage account, and that is your present for the year. Happy New Year. And of course, you can start as little as $50. This is plus or minus 1,000 rands. If you have 1,000 rands, that is enough. You just want to be assisted or get a person that knows crypto to assist you, or you can join our Thursday sessions to learn how to do all of this